So, Madonna, how easy was it to make this film?
There wasn't anything easy about it. I mean, absolutely nothing. It was all a challenge, from writing the screenplay to finding a great production team to surround myself with, to casting, to getting the proper locations, shooting a period film and a modern day film, trying to, it was, truthfully speaking, I think it was a shoot that I should have had 2 more weeks of shooting, and I managed to cram it into 52 days, which was a bloody nightmare.
I mean, watching the movie, to have 2 stories...
And the details of all the stories,
right.
the world that they lived in, the
Yeah.
luxury, the objects, it was just, I don't know what I was thinking when I was writing the script.
I mean, because it would have been a task for an experienced director to deal with all that. For somebody who's reasonably new to the game, it must have been a huge challenge.
Yeah. I started thinking about the merits of writing a story that was about one person that took place, one day, one location. Right. I started thinking about Tom Ford's movie, the movie Precious, just like one character in one city. Yeah, yeah. Next time.
Yeah, you should see Carnage, that's one room.
Is it?
Right.
Okay.
So, Madonna, we know the story of Wallis Simpson. You know the story of Wallis Simpson. What did you want to bring to it that we hadn't heard of before?
I think the most important thing for me was to portray her as a human being. As flawed as she was, I wanted people to see that she was, in fact, human, that she was vulnerable, that she was a victim of her circumstance. I think she was... she has been very misaligned in the history books, and I felt that after my investigations that it was my duty, in a way, to show another side of the story and to present her as a fully fleshed out human being.
How do you personally identify with her? It's particularly around the idea of the price of fame.
Well, the price of fame, or I like to think of it as the cult of celebrity, in that, once you become a public figure or a celebrity, it's very hard for people to give you more than one dimension to live in. You are reduced to a soundbite and 2 personality traits if you're lucky. People cease to see you as a human being, and it's extremely frustrating, because, of course, we are all human beings, and you become acutely aware that, there's your persona out there that people think of you as, and then there's the person that you are behind closed doors and when you're living your life. And it can often be frustrating, because you spend most of your time saying, hey, that's not me, that's not what I said, that's not what I did, and I'm sure that Wallis Simpson felt the same way.
How different is the real Madonna than the one the public see?
Stick around and you'll find out.
Your place in pop history as an icon is completely assured. Why take the risk and the flack of putting yourself up in another art form and giving it a go?
Well, for several reasons. First of all, I love the art of filmmaking. I love film. I've always loved film. I have always been moved, inspired, transported, and informed by film since I was a child, in all of my work that I do. And the other reason is I love new challenges, and I've always, that's no secret. Yeah. Even as a singer or an entertainer or as a performer, I've continued to challenge myself and push myself, or push the envelope, so to speak. So, to me, it isn't so strange or bizarre.
So, have you looked at the reviews yet?
No, I haven't. I'm afraid to.
Are you afraid to? Last question then. So, there's lots of movie directors out there making different sort of films, exactly. What is it that you want to bring to the genre? What's a Madonna movie? What was missing that you think you can add?
Well, certainly a female point of view. I think that's a big one. Exploring, investigating, and expressing the inner life of a woman. Yeah.
The personal is politics, right?
Pardon?
The personal is politics.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What do you want people to take away when they watch your movie?
Good question.
Thank you.
I would like people to, well, if people walk away from the film thinking, wow, Wallis Simpson was so much more than I thought she was, or that I read about, or what a challenging life they both had, or that was an interesting perspective, or I never thought about it from that point of view, that would be great. Also, if people walk away from it thinking, hey, I once was in a relationship that I thought I couldn't get out of, or that I felt trapped by, and I didn't think I had a choice, but now I realize that I do. That's also, that would also be a plus. So.
What about if they walk away and think, God, that Madonna, she can make a movie?
That would be awesome.